Now you guys might have seen my 100-day manifesting challenge video, where for 100 days, I dared myself to implement 3 or 4 habits and practices to see how well this idea of manifesting worked. But what you guys never saw was that I am a crazy action taker and extremely disciplined. Now in this video, I want to share what I think is a far more important and actually effective concept than the supposed law of attraction, and how you can implement it in your life right now. What's up guys, Alex Hine, author of the book Master the Day. Now I've included a free goal setting worksheet below. It's actually a journaling specific worksheet. And when you click that link and sign up below, you're also going to get an email every few days on some beginner journaling practices you can use to change the course of your life, reinvent yourself, find your passion, and so on. So you can check it out, the first link in the description. So I want to bring up some things here against the law of attraction, because what people don't understand is you don't attract just what you think. You attract what you are, who you are. So I'm all about the dating analogies this week, all right? So bear with me. I know this guy, or I used to, he was a former friend a long time ago. And he would always talk about how he thought he was such a catch. You know, I feel like I'm such a catch personally, you know. I don't know why women are not into me though. Big red flag. When you think you're something and reality is giving you evidence of the opposite, always trust reality, okay? He said he thought he was a catch, but he could never get into a relationship. And when he did, they ended shortly. So they ended shortly thereafter, and he still somehow believed that it was always the woman's fault. Now this guy, in the meantime, whatever his thoughts were, what his actions were honestly the thing that was pushing women away. So because I knew him personally, I knew that, number one, he was a little weird. Like, he didn't have very good conversational skills. He came off awkward. It just was not comfortable to necessarily talk to him. I also knew that he sometimes was too woo-woo. Like, some of his explanations for things in life were just not grounded in reality, and it just made you feel a little bit like he was unrelatable. And on top of that, he just didn't feel like someone who was just really warm and fuzzy. Like, I think he had some kind of image of like some super spiritual person mixed with something else, and it was like a holier than thou kind of person. And if I, as his friend, didn't like those traits, I'm sure a woman would not like those traits either. So in his head, he was like, I'm a catch. Women should love me. But who he was not someone that was easily lovable. And so when it comes to what you think or what you are, reality reacts to what you are, because that's how you're acting. So in that same way, the best analogy I give here for work and love is that you attract these two things by who you are. You know, you attract your 10 out of 10 when you are doing the work to become your own 10 out of 10. You know, as men, we get obsessed with the idea of the 10 at the bar, which doesn't really mean anything, but let's say they are a holistic 10. And at the same time, there are things about ourselves we need to work on. Maybe we don't really earn that much money. We're not that ambitious at work. Maybe we're not that well traveled, not that well spoken, not that intelligent, not that fun, not that spontaneous, not that creative, not that great partner that this woman may want. So we want this 10 out of 10, but when you figure out what you have to do to become your 10 out of 10, you will draw in those exact same people you've been looking for. You've been chasing for so long. They will come to you and find you, because wherever you go, you will be that vortex of almost like awe. You'll have this aura of awe, like, who is that person? I want to get to know them. And then when the person talks to you, you'll easily set yourself from the pack. And so this idea of you attract what you are means we should focus on improving who we are, which one piece is, of course, beliefs and thoughts and habits, but really the tactical habits, the tangible habits, those are the most essential. So more than changing what you think about, which I think is a small piece, small but important piece, instead change how you act. And the way you change how you act is you write down the habits, how you act on a daily basis, right? In my morning, I'm kind of grumpy, I'm a little rushed, I'm a little depressed, I got to go through this day. My 9 to 5, it's all right. I mean, I don't love it, but it's whatever. I get home, you know, whatever, maybe I go to dinner with a friend or watch Netflix for 4 or 5 hours. That's who you are right now. But for you to attract your ideal person, maybe what you need is to vary that up a lot. Maybe you need to start the mornings inspired, working on yourself. And maybe the job needs to be a job you love and you're ambitious about because you care about it. And maybe your evenings need to be deliberate and you're going to salsa class or some art exhibit, or you're working on your passion then and you still have a full-time job. So rather than focusing on the law of attraction, instead become the kind of person who can attract all the things they want. And along that same line, you attract amazing work opportunities by the person that you are. You know, I used to be at that job making less than $35,000 a year, and I was the mumpy, entitled, just the millennial. Like, I deserve to get paid more because I went to Clemson University and got a biology degree and I'm so interesting. It's just a ridiculous thing to demand from life. And instead, you know, I was earning that little money and it was a decent job. It really was decent. And then when it came to entrepreneurship, my own company, my own business, I'm working hard, I'm ambitious, I'm creative, I'm doing all these things, and my business wasn't working that great. And I again fell back into that blame and complain mode. Like, I have friends that are way less smart, working just as hard, and they're having 10 times the amount of financial success. What the hell gives? But I was attracting who I was, which is a bad business owner. I was a bad entrepreneur. And I had to sit down and think, what is the difference between someone's habits in someone who earns $1,000 per month versus someone who earns $100,000 per month? And I just went crazy writing, and drawing. What are the habits? What's their mindset? They're ambitious. They feel like they can achieve anything. If they hit a roadblock, they're willing to stop, pause, reflect, and get through it. They know how to work well with other people. They know how to get creative solutions to their problems. They know how to create great products, market great products, sell great products. They know how to build a team. And suddenly, all these other skills that I didn't know I needed started coming to the forefront. Every one of those is a skill that you can build. And so I thought, wow, I don't have any of those, and that's why I'm a broke entrepreneur. So I need to learn how to become better at sales, marketing, creating products, creating better videos, being a better presenter, being a better writer for books. I didn't have any of those skills. And then once I started acquiring those skills and following my intuition and still working hard, my business grew. And it grew every single year that I did that by purely focusing on skills, because your skills are essentially pieces of your habits and your character. And that's what I mean by you attract that success in your life by who you are and not what you think. You know, in my head, I was still that whiny millennial thinking, I deserve to have $1 million a year business, right? But that was not reality, because who I was a $1,000 per month entrepreneur. Think about that. So in your life, as you go through it, stop thinking about you attract what you think, because yes, of course you do on a level, but more than that, in dating, in work, in friendships, in your family life, you attract how you act. And of course, how you act is related to your thoughts and beliefs, but it's also more related to your habits. So if you change your habits to embody the identity of someone you want to be, you will attract the kind of life, because you are that kind of person. When you are your own 10 out of 10, you will attract that life and that person and that work that is the 10 out of 10. So reflect this week on what would it take in terms of habits to become the kind of person you want to be, that is then the vortex for all the stuff and the experiences you want in your life. And when you do that, it will only be a matter of time before it comes and it shows up. Now, if you guys want help doing that, the free journaling worksheet in the link there below, the first link under the fold, is going to also give you an email every few days on journaling exercises you can use to change your life and reinvent yourself. So you can check it out there, and then check out my last related videos right there and right there.